Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first one. Thanks for coming. I'm doing okay. How about you? It's a bit muggy today. I've stayed inside. I've been making lots of videos, so my hair hasn't changed, but my clothes have. The illusion of production. Today I'm going to help you if you're planning to come to Japan to stay for vacation. I have been living in Osaka for 10 years, so I think it's a great place to stay. Great place to visit as well because it's right in the middle of Kansai area. That's very central in Japan. It's easy to go to, like you can go to Tokyo, you can go to Hiroshima, even Kyushu by the bullet train. Go north to the Hokuriku area. We've got our international airport. You can go to Hokkaido, Okinawa, and what else? Well, of course, the Kansai area itself. So Kyoto is really close, Nara, Kobe, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to talk to you about where is a good area to stay in Osaka if you're planning to stay there. I'm not going through this on I'm not going to recommend particular hotels to go to because that's up to you as well. That's your taste and what you're comfortable with. Also because I've only ever stayed in one hotel in Osaka. That's when I first came here as a trainee for about a week. But I have stayed in plenty of hotels in other parts of Japan, so I've got some advice on that. And of course I live in Osaka 10 years now, so I can give you some advice on which areas are convenient to travel from. So there we go, I'm going to start in a moment. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Loads of people watching this haven't subscribed, so please do it, that will help me so much. And also leave a comment. Do you have any questions really? I often get tourist questions now, so I'll help you out. And also share this channel to anyone else who is coming to Japan or to Kansai soon. Maybe this will be useful for them. So let's get this show on the road. So lovely view of Dotonbori there. I'm going to move into my little PowerPoint zone. So let's take a look at Osaka itself. So Osaka is built around Osaka Bay, or it's on the bay. You can see the west side, that's Osaka Bay. I would say there are 4 big stations I would recommend as convenient travel hubs. The first one being Osaka Station, of course. This is also known as the Umeda area. That's like the north area of Osaka. So if you see Umeda Station, that's going to be in this area too. But JR Osaka is just called Osaka Station. There's also Namba, which is the southern kind of hub of Osaka. That's got a few stations too, mostly with Namba in the name. There's also Shin-Osaka, which is the terminal for the Shinkansen, the bullet train. So that might be useful for some of you. And also Tennoji, which is one of the southern kind of metropolitan areas. I'll talk about that a bit too. So let's start with Osaka Station. Osaka Station has a lot of access, or the Osaka area has a lot of access. Of course, there's JR Osaka. There's the Osaka Metro, which has a Umeda Station, has Higashi Umeda and Nishi Umeda as well, depending on which line you're on. Hankyu and Hanshin are also here, so you can travel by those. I've made a video also about which different lines to use to go to different places, so I'll put a little thumbnail somewhere. Please check that one out soon. As for access to other places, to Kansai Airport takes about an hour. You can get there a bit quicker by the JR Haruka Limited Express. I've also done a video about that, so please check that out. Or just over an hour by the regular train. Itami Airport is quite close. Only takes about half an hour if you use the Hankyu line and the monorail. You can take the metro as well. It takes a bit longer. Shin-Osaka is really easy to get to from Osaka, so just 5 minutes from various lines in JR. You can get there by the metro as well. There's a Shin-Osaka station on the Midosuji line. Kyoto, Kobe, they're all about half an hour in different directions. JR is probably the fastest way, but there are other options. Nara too, that's a little bit harder to get to because you have to go south to get on one of the lines there. There is a JR line, but it's a bit round the houses. And Namba as well. If you want to go between Umeda and Namba, it's very easy. Just take the metro. That's my only recommendation there. So let's take a look at the hotels. Now I've decided to just kind of standardize the search results so I can compare them easily. So I've decided to choose a point in about 3 months. So that's easy enough that the availability is not going to drive the price up. And I've just set a filter on there that's less than 1 kilometer away from the target place. I've chosen, middle of September in this case. There's no special holidays going on there. 2 adults, that's going to be the total price for 2 adults. And also I've done the cheapest first, basically. So the first one here, we've got the Hotel VR Osaka, which looks a bit sketchy. Oh, it looks quite new anyway, I don't know. Free breakfast as well. 60,000 yen's not bad actually. So that's for, I've set this for 1 week as well. So this is 1 week, that's less than 10,000 yen per night for 2 people. So that's less than 5,000 per person. That's a bit of a bargain. Kita Osaka, yeah, okay, I guess, I don't know where that is, probably slightly out of the center, you got to walk a bit for that. The Hotel Kansai as well, it seems like it's about the same amount of distance. So these are the top 2, like the cheapest ones, so the prices are starting to creep up quite quickly. Okay, they've got decent 6 points on. I'm using booking.com for all of this too. I always use booking.com, I found that quite useful. I've done another search as well, the same filters, but I've filtered by the rating as well. If you get a rating of more than 8 points, then that's considered very good by booking.com. So what's like a nice hotel in that area too. So we've got Hotel Wing, 70,000, that's a steal actually. Seems to be some discount going on there. 70,000, that's like 10,000 a night for 2 people. I'd take that, I think. You can see the room looks quite nice. The Rise Osaka Kitashinchi. Kitashinchi's a little bit away from Umeda Station, but it's not far. Well, like I said, it's within a kilometre away, so you might have to walk a little bit. 83,000, yeah, it's starting to get a bit expensive. I reckon Osaka Station is probably the most popular area. It's certainly the most connected to most things, and most kind of metropolitan area. So there we go, that's Osaka Station. That's like our benchmark now. Now we can also talk about Namba. Namba Station is in the south, like the southern hub, I said. Well, I mean, there is a JR Namba Station. I don't really think it's a very convenient station to get to because it's not easily connected to anything else. I heard they are working on connecting some of the lines up so it's easy to get from JR Namba to JR Osaka. I don't know when that's going to happen, but there are changes afoot. It's easy on the metro, but it's also on the Kintetsu line, so that's easy to go to Nara from there. The Hanshin line takes you to Kobe as well, and the Nankai line takes you south to Kansai Airport and Wakayama. So as for places you can get to, so Kansai Airport's even closer. You can take the Limited Express Nankai train. I'll put that in the Limited Express video. Takes just like 35 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the one you take. Itami Airport, we're getting away from that, so it's starting to get a bit longer. So take the metro, the Hankyu, and the monorail, that'll get you there. Shin-Osaka is pretty easy, and that's also on the Midosuji line, so you can go right through. Kyoto is a little bit of a pain. I recommend going up to either Yodoyabashi Station or Umeda Station to change to JR, or the Keihan line is also good. Kobe is pretty easy. You can just take the Hanshin line up to Kobe, so that's not bad. Hanshin does stop at loads of places though, so I was surprised it actually doesn't take that much longer to take the metro up to Umeda and take the Hankyu along, so up to you. And Nara, very easy to get to Nara as well, about 40 minutes on the Kintetsu line, and 45 minutes from JR as well, but like I said, JR is not very useful from Namba. So how about the hotels? I told you I'd only ever stayed in one hotel in Osaka, and by complete dumb luck, the Weekly Green is the one I went to. A bit cheeky calling it the Weekly Green in Namba because it's close to another station, which is Daikokucho Station, but very cheap. It was nice enough, I think. I mean, my memory's not very clear about it 10 years ago, but it's probably, hopefully they've changed the sheets since then. But fairly pleasant. 50,000 yen, that's a pretty good bargain for a pretty high ranking, high rated airport hotel. So Weekly Green, that's not bad. Also the Miro Hotel Dotonbori. So Dotonbori is like the famous neon light part. We see the Glicoman statue sign as well. That's not a bad price for Dotonbori as well. It looks quite small, but I'm sure it's perfectly formed. As for the 8+ rating places, well, we had the Weekly Green already, I've showed you that. There's a hotel story Namba. Okay, that seems like it probably could be a Namba from 2.7 kilometers away. Very comfortable, fabulous apparently. 69,000, that's a decent bargain as well. So again, that was the same price as the second cheapest. No, that was the first. That's the same price as the cheapest 6.0 something rating one in Umeda. So you can see how the levels have changed. Upper Hotel is a really good chain. I always use Upper Hotel if I can. They're quite reasonable. The rooms are quite nice. They've been renovating quite a lot of them recently. That's not bad. Well, Namba Minami Daikokucho Ekimae. So Daikokucho, yeah, that's a little bit of a walk. If you're taking the Midasuji line though, it's really easy. You can Daikokucho is on the Midasuji line. Yeah, that's a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes from Namba Station though. So check the map before you book it. That's not a bad price really. So Namba's pretty reasonable, even if you choose the nice hotels. Okay, let's move on to Shin-Osaka in the north. This is the Shinkansen terminal. So like I said, yeah, this is on the JR line. It's easy to get to. There's several lines go there. I think it's only one station to Shin-Osaka. So easy to get to Umeda if you stay there. Osaka Metro too, it's on the Metro line. And the Shinkansen, of course, that's the only place in Osaka you can use the Shinkansen. As for things around Shin-Osaka, there's not really a lot to do there. I think it's mostly like a developing area because when the Shinkansen came through, they couldn't. There wasn't any way to get it right through the middle of the city, so they put it kind of north of the river. So I guess it's like developed around the station. So there's not really a lot of touristy places to go there. I can't actually name anything to do around that area. But convenience, if you're going to use the Shinkansen a lot, that might be useful. Kansai Airport, that's also on the Haruka, the limited express, so that's takes an hour. It takes a bit longer if you're using other trains. Excuse me. And Itami Airport, also not particularly convenient. You've got to take the metro and the monorail. Only takes about 30 minutes, so that's okay. Osaka Station, like I said, really easy to get to there by JR or metro. Kyoto, that's easy enough too. It's on the Kyoto line, so that's easy. I think it's on the Kobe line too, so you can go straight there to Kobe. Nara is a bit more challenging. I guess you've got to go there by some roundabout JR routes, or you can take the Kintetsu if you can get down to Namba. Speaking of Namba, that's easy to get to by the metro, and all of this is on the Midasuji line. So actually all four of these stations I'm talking about today are on the Midasuji line, so that's connecting all of them. As for the hotels, let's take a look. Shin-Osaka Wise Hotel, I think that's a fairly famous chain as well. I've definitely seen that before. 53,000. I think that's the cheapest one we've seen so far, and it's got a good rate too, good rating. 53,000 for a week. So that's what's that? Can I do my 7 times table? Not really. That's less than 8,000 yen per night for 2 people. So that's a decent. But like I said, again, Shin-Osaka doesn't have a lot really happening around it. Hotel Clayton as well, that looks quite nice. It's got a sauna and a big bath. Yeah, so I guess that most of these hotels are relatively new as well. Yeah, it looks like a nice bargain. Lots of reviews for that too. As for the A+ ones, well, the Wise Hotel is still there. That's survived the filter. So that's the best price so far for a top ranking hotel. Smile Hotel, it looks like a chain to me. Yeah, that's a decent price too. Fabulous review. Oh. So if you're looking for like a reasonable but high quality, then maybe Shin-Osaka is the place for you. But you will have to do a bit of traveling if you want to get down to downtown areas. Now, final area is Tennoji, which is on the south side of Osaka. It's got JR Osaka Station, it's got Osaka Metro, Tennoji Station, and Kintetsu Abenobashi stations, a bit of a different name. This is not the same Kintetsu as the from Namba. The Namba one is the Nara line, I think, or Namba Nara line, and this other one is the Abeno line, or the Minami Osaka line. I forgot the name. So they are different lines. As a result, you can't use that one to get to Nara. You have to go to Namba and change. Yeah, it's a fairly decent place to stay. I mean, there's a few touristy places around there. It's more for shopping really, and the Abeno Harukas is the really big building in Japan, in Osaka. It's the tallest building in Osaka, so you can go and see the observatory. It's quite close to Shin-Sekai as well, the kind of really retro area with the tower, the Tsutenkaku Tower. Easy to get to Kansai Airport. This is the closest one to that, so you can take the Haruka from there, only 30 minutes. Itami Airport, again, we're going the opposite direction, so we've got to go north to Itami, so it takes a little bit of a while to get there, about an hour. Shin-Osaka and Osaka Station, they're pretty easy to get to by the metro. One thing I did mention is that both Tennoji and Osaka Station are on the Osaka Loop line, which is a very convenient place, convenient line to get around Osaka. So you can take the loop line from Tennoji at the bottom all the way to Osaka at the top. So that might be good if you're using the JR pass. Kyoto, you have to take the metro up north to get on JR or Keihan. Kobe, again, that's not really very convenient. You can take the metro to Namba, I suppose, or take it up to Umeda and take the train from there. Nara, like I said, it actually works out easier to get one of the JR lines from Tennoji. That can take you to Nara in 35 minutes. And Namba is very easy. It's on the Midosuji line, like I said. So the hotels, I don't know how to pronounce that one. That is super cheap. Look how cheap that is. That's 30,000 yen for a week. That's insane. That's less than 5,000 yen for 2 people. So that's a real bargain. Decent reviews too. Okay, I wonder what the catch is. Well, the catch is in Tennoji probably. This is 1 kilometer from Tennoji Station. Now this is one thing I really want to tell you is that Tennoji is near the Nishinari area of Osaka, which is kind of notorious for being a little bit rough. And there are a lot of cheap and not so nice hotels in this area, so definitely check out your hotel deeply before you book anything in Tennoji or Shin Imamiya area, because that is a little bit rough. I probably wouldn't choose it if I was wanting my nice first impression of Osaka. Yeah, so let me just put that warning out there. Actually, this second one is in Nishinari Ward, so that's Hotel Sun Plaza 2. Wonder what happened to the first one. 37,000, again, that's a good bargain. Okay, futon beds. Okay, I feel a little bit fishy about this. I mean, Tennoji is a nice place to stay, but Nishinari, not so much. How about the upper class ones? We're kind of on the same prices. The Hotel Wing, I think that was the same one as in Osaka Station. 70,000, that's, yeah, so that's 10,000. That's a big jump up. And the B Osaka Shin-Sekai, I guess that's near Shin-Sekai. That's 83,000, yeah. A king room, extra large double bed. Okay, that's interesting. Good scores as well. Okay, so there might be some nice ones in there. I'm sure there are in Tennoji, there's gonna be some nice ones, but yeah, just be careful of really cheap ones in Tennoji area. That's my advice. Okay, so there we go. That's all my information. So what are my final thoughts? It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something really cheap, then you can probably get away with going to Tennoji. But please look at the detailed information because that can be really rough. Namba's a good second place if you don't mind walking a little bit from Daikokucho. If you search for Appa hotels, they're always pretty reasonable, so take a look around in the area. There might be a lot of choices. I definitely recommend that chain. If you have the JR pass and you want to get the most out of that, then I'd say Shin-Osaka is good because that's on JR. It's also on the Shinkansen line, which I'm sure you'll be using if you're trying to make the JR pass worth it. Osaka Station is great, that's really useful, and Tennoji is kind of okay because it's on the loop line. So I'd probably think about staying north if you have the JR pass, probably. Namba is a good place. I think it's a good atmosphere, especially if you're really around Namba Station, if you find somewhere a bit closer to like Shinsaibashi or Dotonbori. But not super convenient unless you're willing to use the metro. The metro is a really good network as well, so it's not like you're stranded or anything. The Midosuji line will basically take you anywhere along these four places I've talked about. Personally, if I was going to stay anywhere, I might avoid a dodgy place in Tennoji. I'd probably avoid Shin-Osaka because it's not really close to anything. And I like Namba, but Osaka area would probably be the most convenient out of everywhere to go. even if you have to pay a bit extra. So that's my thoughts. Maybe you're going to be different, so please search around, just read the information detailed. Think about how many reviews there are on this place. There are a lot of new hotels popping up here and there, and also be careful using booking.com, because even if you click hotels, they might have what we call apart hotels, which are people's apartments. It's like Airbnb basically. So a little option popped up for me saying, oh, this also includes apart hotels, do you want to exclude them? So click yes on that if you don't want to stay in some random apartment. So yeah, it depends what you like really. If you really want to go to town and get something fancy, then yeah, probably Osaka Station is the best for you. Anyway, that's all the information I've got. So so please let me know in the comments if you have any questions about staying in Osaka. Check out my other videos about how to travel around Osaka and Kansai. That will hopefully be useful. Also, I've done videos about getting to Kansai Airport, getting to Itami Airport too, and the limited expresses. So please check those out. I'm going to make a big playlist for tourist information. Like this video, please subscribe. Please share this channel to anyone who will listen to you. Then that'll be great. So please take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.